It's Thursday, November 9th. I might be about 1 minute late if you're watching live. I apologize. Quite the morning. Not a bad morning. I'll explain. Detective McCarcel is there. Michael McCarcel says, trying to get through this workout before class starts, so everyone is doing well. I like that Michael is watching us while we work out. Well, he works out. I'm not working out. Hey, friends. You get my face. Big on the camera. David McKay is here. King Sport Cal is here. This is 20 Minutes of Coffee, the 10th episode of 20 Minutes of Coffee, by the way. The show that I started when I said, what if I just fired up the cameras while I sit down and look at the internet and sip a cup of coffee. Abernathy, in one of the comments on an episode earlier this week, said, I need a bigger coffee mug. I need to pull the camera out wide so you can see it. My Team Zoc mug, available in the Stream Elements store. The morning crew's hanging out. Well, I'm the morning crew. Some of you are watching at different times, and that's always fascinating. Time travel. That's what it is. Let me get this set up here. Here's why it's a weird morning. David McKay, Lives of Bolt videos, checking in. I am not prepared for this show today. I accidentally slept in. Great. Sometimes your body tells you what you got to do. King Sport Cal, you probably in live chat, you probably know what I mean. When your body's like, we ain't waking up. When your body says, oh, you got words? No, you don't have words. And then on top of that, I sit down. I had a bowl of Raisin Bran today, and I know 20 Minutes of Coffee has been a show that's been about very serious things, and will be. And yes, SAG strike is over, and we'll talk a little bit about that, all those kind of things. But I had Raisin Bran for breakfast, and I'm excited to announce that. Excited to announce that cereal has entered my life again. Cereal has come back. Me and cereal have made up. I was a cereal fiend, like, in the Seinfeld mold. That trait. Jerry loves cars, sneakers, and cereal, and then that made it into the show. So we always had that wall of cereal. That was me. When I moved to LA, 22 years of age. My mom had always kept the cereal from us. If we did our chores and we're good little boys and my sister good little girl, we got Honey Nut Cheerios on the weekends. And occasionally something else would enter my life. Maybe I'd be at a friend's house. Maybe like, mom can have Lucky Charms. So then I moved to LA. I remember the first time I was walking around Ralph's and Vaughn's. All your local grocery outlets. Insert your favorite ones. Kroger's, Piggly Wiggly, whatever. Cubs. And Matthew Stokes in chat says, yeah, my working day is done. 20 minutes of coffee is a good day to wind down. King Sport Cal always distracts me in a good way. I'm excited to announce Ken is an 8-year-old boy. Yeah. So I moved to LA, and I was walking around the grocery store for like the first time by myself because the weekend I moved to LA. Now, I used to get my own food. I've been doing my laundry since I was like 12, self-sufficient enough. But when I moved to LA, the first weekend, my mom and dad took me to the grocery store, and they bought me, $150 worth of food, which back in the day, that was a lot of food. So when that food started to wind down, I was like, all right, I need to go to the store myself. So I went to the store myself, and I walked around. And I just had that feeling. Not that my mom and dad weren't telling me what to eat in my late teens, early 20s when I was working on radio and stuff, but, I carte blanche. So I went cereal crazy, and I got like addicted to cereal. I would have 4 or 5 bowls of Lucky Charms at night, or Captain Crunch, or Raisin Bran. Big fan of Raisin Bran. I get Honey Nut Cheerios, and I drizzle so much honey on it that the honey would sink to the bottom of the night. I'd have honey milk at the end of it. And about 2009 or 10. And name your favorite cereals in chat. If you're watching later, name your favorite cereals. King Sport Cow says Cracklin' Oat Bran. King Sport Cow, I like Cracklin' Oat Bran. And about 2009 or 10, I was going to my doctor, and he took a reading, took all the blood work, and was like, your triglycerides are really up. Do you have a lot of red meat? Yeah, at the time I did. maybe cut back on that. Slow that down. Do you have a lot of ice cream? Yeah, I do have a lot of ice cream. Ben and Jerry's. He goes, yeah, what else do you eat? It's like cereal. I eat cereal. I eat a ton of cereal. So I had to stop. So I stopped. And I did. I cut out. Then, we don't have regular milk in the house. We got oat milk. Oh, the vegan plant-based milks have improved steadily over the years. There's actually some real good ones. And so that all leads to what this anticlimactic story that I, in fact, did decide. We were at Trader Joe's the other day, which it's his own conversation. And I got some strawberry yogurtos. Some of the weird Trader Joe's cereal. They don't have a lot of brand names at Trader Joe's. They just have their own names. Mr. Strawberry McDougal's Yogurtos or something like that. Got that. Got some oat milk. Finished the box in 2 days. And cereal's back in my life. I'm happy with it. It's not going to stick around forever. I can't have it forever. But that's where we're at. That's my exciting story. The other thing. Now this is just a man in a bathrobe truly rambling with the camera shot that's a little closer than I wanted today. But see this? My mustache and my beard's gotten so frothy that I can't take a sip of coffee without doing like an old man wipe. It's embarrassing. Laser Bolt Video knows what I'm talking about. Anyways, the reason I'm not super prepared for this episode, the 10th episode, should be this big fireworks, wonderful explosion of an episode. And there's the Republican presidential debate last night. We got Vivek Ramaswamy just straight out calling Zelensky a Nazi, calling him the comedian in cargo pants. Vivek needs to go. He is a walking trash fire of a human being. I despise Ron DeSantis. I'd vote for Ron DeSantis before Vivek. King's Forecast says, hey, at least you ain't doing trailer actions in your car. I will never do a trailer reaction again. God bless those that are doing well and succeeding and having more money and success than I am. I will never sell out my creative soul like that. Anyways, this is all pointless. All pointless. David McKay says, you were up all night recording a Soka podcast. Now, I got news for y'all. I don't know if I want to talk Star Wars much anymore. It's at a weird spot. We're excited to be back, but I just don't know what to think about Star Wars right now. It's you ever take a pause on something and realize maybe you're okay without it being part of your life every day? That's kind of where I'm at right now. But that could be said for cereal. Cereal was no longer part of my life, and now I had 2 bowls of Raisin Bran this morning after finishing some Strawberry McDougal Yogurtos. Anyways, this is all pointless. This is the worst episode of 20 Minutes of Coffee. I haven't even gone to the web screen yet. All right, F it. I'll go to the web screen. The biggest problem I had this morning is Google did some sort of update. And on this, I'm on my desktop. I think there was some sort of error because I'm not experiencing it on my laptop or my MacBook or my laptop. There's some sort of error because Google did some update. And everything that I'm signed into was signed out, unsigned, if that works. I was signed out of everything. And not like, oh, this is autofill. Like I had to do the whole type in the password, find the password, go to the other, go to my phone, open up the app and confirm it's me. I had to do that for everything. So I didn't finish till about 2 minutes before it went live, including some stuff that makes this show work. So that's kind of why I'm discombobulated. The strike is over, though. Let's go to the phones. The strike is over. Oh, King's Cal asks an important question here for those who like to hang out with me. Did Ken win the game last night? I was working. I did win the Super Bowl again. It was an easier win than the first time. Big drama. One played my Madden franchise for my game stream Monday night. which we're calling Ken's Monday Night of Football. And EA, the servers ate my game. It ate the win. I had to play it again, and we won. But we won a little easier this time around. The strike is over. SAG-AFTRA. I saw a dumb joke on Twitter last night that someone in my feed retweeted that I thought was so dumb it was hilarious. And it was a picture of Jeff Foxworthy, and it said, SAG-AFTRA. Everything starts to sag after 50, and I thought that was the best thing I've ever seen. Like that, I don't like wordplay or puns. But you know what? Maybe I should, because that was great. The strike is over. SAG-AFTRA and studios reached tentative deal on new 3-year contract, which of course means in 2.5 years. This sounds negative. In 2.5 years, we might be doing this all again. We'll click on that. Is that it? Oh, there we go. Okay. After 180. By the way, I'm reading this on Deadline because I just kind of went there. I'm reading this on Deadline. Deadline was one of the trades that was, I think, in some ways working as a secret operative for the studios, by the way. Some of the stuff they posted was just disinformation. All that should not be forgotten about these kind of sites. And I'm very happy the strike's over. It doesn't affect me immediately and directly. It does affect other people I know and love and care for, some that I live with. Things can start happening right away, but it doesn't mean suddenly everyone's getting auditions and getting casted and cast in roles. The city is not back to normal. In fact, the city's about to, I think you'll see some work done soon and now, but the city's about to go into its winter hibernation. So all your favorite TV shows and movies, they might have a little bit more promotion attached to them. Actors can go out there and start talking about them and tweeting about them, those that have been following the rules. But this is you're going to feel the effects of this strike all through the next year. That's the damage that 118 days of SAG and the 100+ days of WGA before that. It's affected the city. It's affected the business. Look at that. My old man. It's disturbing. I've got to trim the beard a little bit. I don't know. Watch Zac Efron, who's from my hometown. He graduated Royal Grande High School after me. We don't go to the same gym, but Zac Efron react in real time to news of the actor strike while on the Iron Claw red carpet. What the bleep was he doing on the red carpet? He shouldn't have been there. Unless Iron Claw was, what was it? It's an A24. Maybe it's an A24 movie. They had a special deal. All right, maybe that's the case. Ginsburg House affects Grace. More money. But that's the thing. We're this next year is almost a loss. It start picking up, but it's almost a loss, Cal. This dug a lot of holes that people are, including me, are going to be climbing out of. It's an A24 film. Okay, I apologize to Zac Efron. That's what the 118 days, particularly the SAG strike, did. I'm going to be talking a lot more about this on tomorrow when we go deep into politics and world events on Anytime with Ken and Alden. We are going to be talking, the headline event will be talking about SAG. And I'm very happy that it's back. I want that to be clear. But the SAG strike has done, it's drawn some battle lines. Where I will not forget some of the friends and ex-friends and ex-coworkers who continued to tweet and talk and talk about these work from struck companies the entire time. I have a list. I saw you. And who would still go to some of the fan events that were the fan events were what Disney changed the press events to. Well, it's not it's fan. We're just inviting fans, even though all the fans are influencers who shouldn't be covering this stuff, not by the rules, but by their own morals. But that's part of the thing too. Is actors that were hitting red carpets, or even though with some of the deals, it was like the spirit of the law, letter of the law type of situation. It was weird. A lot of tension over this. Which means I'm glad it's over. We can kind of find our way back to normal. Strike will be over 12:01, and that's the thing. The strike was over at 12:01 Pacific last night. I think the deal still has to be ratified, and people were tweeting stuff out before. I see you. Let's see. I'm trying to see. I didn't even look into the deal. It's a self-described historic package, aren't they all? The leaders were there. We didn't just come towards you. We came all the way to you. Ted Sarandos told guild leaders Saturday before SAG-AFTRA brass began digging into the fine print. So what does that mean? Does that mean the studios said, yeah, we gave you everything you want. We were just kind of effing around with you for a long time to see if you fall for it. That's why I think some of this stuff. That thing that came out 2 days ago about the AI, the one-time fee, they're going to scan you and they own you for the rest of your life. You don't get paid for it, all that stuff. And it's been in and out of the strike headlines the entire time. But it was like 2 days ago that was like why the deal wasn't done. For them to come back a day later and be like, oh, yeah, no, we went all the way. We met you all the way. Studios, all these, this is one of the things that changed me too, is these studio heads. I'm not an eat the rich type of guy, but maybe it's time we tip over their yachts. I think maybe let the whales eat them is what I think. I don't want to eat them. So that's that. I haven't even looked at the deal. What's this historic package? What did they get? None of it affects me. Affects people around me. I can talk Star Wars again eventually. But I'm still down and out. Let's go to the news. Let's go to the actual news. Let's go for some uplifting. News. Oh no, that's not uplifting. McCarthy unloads on his GOP critics. Oh, that's kind of uplifting. Oh, the headline. This is the bit. I was looking at this one. Israel says it captured the Hamas stronghold. I don't. Is that a good? I think that's a good thing. I'd like Hamas to be stopped, but I don't trust anything about this. What does that mean? I don't know. I do not turn my eyes away from the Israel Gaza situation. I just don't know what to say exactly. It's a Rorschach test from hell. Here's the thing. I was trying to look at these headlines, and then I saw this one. Plane takes off with missing window panes as crew fails to spot damage. What airport? Airbus. London. Okay. An Airbus A321 aircraft took off from London Stansted Airport last month with 4 damaged window panes, including 2 that were missing, according to UK air accident investigators. 9 passengers and 11 crew members were on board the plane bound for Orlando International Airport when damage apparently caused by high-powered lights used during a filming event the previous day was discovered after. What is happening? The aircraft had reached an altitude at least 14,000 feet by the time it turned around, reads a special bulletin by the UK Air Accident Investigation Branch. We're here to investigate the accident. We're from the AAIB. The plane landed back at the airport safely shortly after. And here's a picture of it. This scares the hell out of me. I don't have a problem. I love flying. I love taking off. I love landing. I don't love actually piloting the planes because I can't do that. But Maddie Gunner says, I only opened the window a little bit, I swear. This was you, Maddie. But I'm terrified. So I'm not terrified of plane crashes on anything that's like normal. Look, like you can see like there's like the windows open. That's insane. Science will carry you. It'll carry you into the air and it'll bring you down safely. My friend, one of my friends who's like a bank auditor, he flies all the time. And he heard from, he was on a plane flight with someone who like worked in the industry, and he said, look, the most dangerous things are takeoff and landing. But really it's fine. Everything else is science. The plane's going to stay in the air. Very rare, very rare. True that it's safer to fly than to drive a car. So I don't have any problems with air flight, but this is the stuff that scares me. This is the stuff because this is human air. The science of a plane, the little bit of the angels keeping you up. Oh,
we can rule the
thank you.
galaxy as father and son.
Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Jerry the Cannon Junkie, sweetheart of a human. You know what I mean? Like, angels and science will keep the plane in the air, but the crew, someone at the end of their work shift who wants to go home, adult, just an absolute dolt of a human checking the plane. I trust them all, and I'm very nice to all these folks. I'm nice to TSA agents. I'm nice to flight attendants. I say thank you and look the pilot in the eyes after we land. I'm that. I don't applaud. I'm not an applauder. Don't applaud. And I don't stand up early. But as I'm leaving and the pilot's standing there, I always go, thank you. Thank you. I make it that dramatic. Thank you. But this kind of stuff scares me. That suddenly out of nowhere, two dudes trying to, get on a lunch break early, talking about the football contest last night. Did you see it? Beckham bent it. It was great. Blah, 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 and they miss a window. They miss 2 window panes that are gone on a plane. That scares me. That's the scariest thing in the world right now to me. Oh, there we go. Some comments here. Kingsport Cow says, never been on a plane. I'm not an angel yet. Kingsport Cow, we got to get you on a plane and fly to L.A., man. Come on. Get out here. Get out here. You'll love it. Laserbolt, a fan of flying, says nothing's more thrilling than taking a flight. I agree with that. There's something I love about it. It's a miracle. Scientific miracle. Matty Gunner says, I played enough flight sim to think I could fly a plane, maybe. That's what I'll leave you on. Kingsport Cow says, you go up to him before and be like, my life is in your hands, dude. I don't say that, but when I'm in the, in the terminal waiting, and the pilot and the crew, if you see them walk up, because sometimes you'll see the pilots and the crew walk up, I kind of look them in the eye too. I don't say that out loud, Cal, but I think that. And if they walk close enough to me, I'll sniff for alcohol. I will, just to make sure. That's the final thing I'll leave you at. I haven't done Flight Simulator in a long time. Maybe I should. Maybe Laserbolt can teach me how to do Flight Simulator. But I used to do that as a kid. So I don't have the skills now. But I've had that thought of, what if there's a call for, is there a pilot on board? And I got to. And I'm the only one who's like, well, I've flown an X-Wing on a PlayStation. I've played Star Wars Squadrons. I'll give it a go. Is this anything like a Y-Wing? And I put myself in that situation, and it doesn't go pretty. I sweat a lot when I dream about it, but I wonder if I'm up to the task. There we go. I think that's it. A weird episode, I admit. If you're watching later and you thought, well, I'm going to get some really deep insight from Ken on the strikes. No, blame Google and me waking up late. But tomorrow, anytime with Ken and Alden, we go live at 11 a.m. Pacific. Check your local listings and check your own time zone. We go live here, and we're going to break down all that makes the world spin live at 11 a.m. Subscribe to the Anytime with Ken and Alden channel, but it will be live here on YouTube and my Facebook page. We're doing a multi-stream to see how that works. All right? All right? That's it. I got nothing else. You're all the best. Even you, Kingsport Cow. Now that's pod racing.